Hi everyone, how you doing? I want to come on. Actually, I was trying to go on live, but I don't know if Zoom have now taken it off that you can't go onto Facebook pages. So apologies, this isn't live, but I just came off of a coaching call with someone and we were talking about goals and comfort zones and what keeps us sort of going out and trying new things. And I just want to show you this very quickly because for me, this has had quite an impact on me. And it really, yeah, I just think if I share it with you, it might help you to understand what's going on. Because what happens is we have our comfort zone, which is here. This is where we're happy. And because we all want to be comfortable, don't we? We all want to be happy. We don't want to move out and be out of our comfort zone because it feels not very good, does it? But the thing is, when we stay here, often we get stale, we stagnate, and we want more. And we want more, but we don't know how to go and get it. And then we go out to try and get more. We go out and try something different, whether that be a new job, a promotion. Maybe it's to leave a job altogether, just try something completely different. And then we get this little voice come into our head and it feels really bad and we get lots of negativity and it's hard. And then we quickly make our way back to the comfort zone. Or we stay out here and it feels really hard. And it feels really hard and it's a struggle and we just don't like it. So, what I want to say to you is, first of all, when you're out here, you have to expect to feel negativity. You will, if it's something you've not done before, if you've started a new job, maybe you're a trainee detective, maybe you just started a new job if you're not in the police, or you're taking on a new role. You're just or learning a new skill. Maybe interviewing people. Maybe you're now sort of forward facing with clients and you're dealing with clients which you haven't done before. Whatever it is, you're suddenly out here. You have to anticipate that you're going to have negative thoughts and negative feelings. That negativity is going to come up. It doesn't mean anything's gone wrong. But what you don't have to do is you don't have to buy into it, you don't have to believe it, and you don't have to fight it. Because that's what a lot of people do. They fight against it and they go, oh, I don't want this. And they struggle and struggle against it. And they just want to get to the next stage. Now, of course, we want to get out. It's natural to want to get out of that because it feels uncomfortable. But that is the worst that happens. We feel discomfort. And this is what I help people do, really, because I help people show where the discomfort comes from and then how to feel that discomfort without taking the step back. Because we can show you where the discomfort comes from, but it doesn't magically make it go away. And the reason that is because our brain has evolved to move away from pain and to move towards pleasure. And our brain is a survival machine. It is all the time. It's looking for danger in the future. And if it anticipates it, it'll go, we're going to go back. We're going to go back to the cave. And this is the cave. And there's nothing wrong that this happens. This is actually perfectly normal. But when we fight it, when we fight that survival part of our brain, it gets very angry and it sort of fights back. And that is that resistance that makes it feel really hard. We fight it, or what we do is we go, oh, we're going to just listen to it, and then we come back. And then what we don't do, we don't evolve. Because what happens is when we're out here, if we then stay out here, this circle gets bigger. And this then becomes our comfort zone. And we all know this, don't we? Because how many times have you done something where you're really nervous of doing it to start with? Like for me, it was interviewing children. I used to get really, really, really nervous about doing it. And then suddenly I do it over and over and over and over again. And then suddenly it's in my comfort zone. But what I help people do is to help move them out of that comfort zone and get those new skills and do things without it coming at a cost. Because when we're fighting this, it can cost us our health because we feel really stressed and we can't switch off. And often we're overeating and trying to take the stress away, those things. Then we got extra things to deal with, like weight loss. Or we get snappy and stressed, and whilst we're doing it, we then affects our relationships, it affects our family. But we want to be able to move out of this comfort zone, do the work, get the new skills without it costing us all that. And the way we do it is, just take that away a minute because it's not in our comfort zone yet, is we anticipate it and we learn to deal with the negativity that comes up. And we realize it is just a story. It's a story our brain is telling us to move us back into the cave. It is saying, we don't like this, we don't know it, and it's just trying to protect us. And the main things the brain is trying to protect you from is embarrassment, humiliation, shame. And because it goes, if we fail, if we go out here and we fail, or if other people criticize us, which is what our brain fears, then we're outside the tribe, we're dead. That's literally what your brain is thinking. But if we stay out there and then we don't buy into this story and we realize it's just our brain, and if you think of your brain as having two parts, this primitive scared side and then our rational thinking side, we can allow this part of the brain to be there and not react to it. So we can just listen to it like a story. And then what happens is, what we do is when we move out our comfort zone and we allow these thoughts to come up, we allow these feelings, what we actually do is we identify the real obstacles that are holding us back. And this is really why we go out and achieve goals, because most people go, well, I'm going to achieve a goal because I want that thing. But it's more about who you become along the way. Because if you go outside, the further outside you go, I'm not saying you take massive steps. I would start with taking little steps to get used to this. But the further outside you go out of that comfort zone, the more negativity you're going to have. But then when you learn to deal with that and not react to it and not respond to it, then you're going to develop a skill where when you want something new, you go out, you achieve your goal, but suddenly you've grown as a person. And this is why we set goals. This is why we do things, not to really get the thing, because when we get the thing, we're just going to want something else anyway. How many of us do that? It's to make us grow as a person, and we're designed to evolve. And that is that we're designed to evolve to the next level. And this took me a long time to grasp, really. But I found this helped me understand it. Because it's okay that I stay here, but just understand that I'm keeping myself there. There's no problem with that. But then if I want something different for myself, I'm going to have to step out and I'm going to have to deal with the negative thoughts, negative feelings that come up. And those are the true obstacles. Because we think when we want something different, we put lots of things in our way. I don't know how to do it. I've never done it before. Maybe you say go into a managerial role or something like that. And you might go, I don't want to do that because I've never managed people before. And your brain's, you think of all these physical obstacles. Well, none of those are actual obstacles, are they? Because you just got to do it to get better at it. And then sometimes if you don't know something, you can go and learn it. So there are those obstacles where you actually got to go and learn something, like a physical obstacle. Or you might go, I've got childcare, I've got kids and stuff. But there's all stuff that you can, if you really want to, overcome. But the biggest hurdle that holds us back, the biggest one, is this: our inner critic, the one that says, I'm not good enough. I'm going to be judged. I'm not ready yet. That is really what holds us back in life. And by doing this exercise and doing it this way, it doesn't feel like a struggle. It doesn't necessarily feel comfortable, because this is where we feel comfortable. But on the way, as you go there, you'll be building confidence. And then when you get there, you'll feel confident. And suddenly, as I showed you earlier, this is bigger. And then if you want, you can stay there for a while. But then you can go, I want to expand out again. And then you can set yourself out here. Do all the same, anticipate those negative thoughts and feelings, and then remove those obstacles, which is just mental obstacles, and then move forward. And this is how you reach your full potential. Because I really believe, even if we went hell for leather and went out, really didn't care what people thought, and we just went for it, we still wouldn't reach our full potential. but this is the best way to get as close as possible. So I hope that helps. If you want to know any more about it, please just give me a shout, just email me, or if you go, actually, I'm someone that's feeling really quite stuck. This is where a lot of people, when they're here, they're stuck, and you want to get out here, then just book in a free call. I'll put a link on it on this in the notes. Just book it and come and have a chat, and we can see where you want to be, and you can make a decision whether you want to go forward or not. But honestly, it could change your life. Hope you enjoyed that. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.